Hi there. In this video we'll be taking a look inside of this old school sewing machine pedal from Electromureș. This thing is going full speed all the time. So initially it went okay, and then after a single use, full speed all the time. So no idea what's happening in there. I will open it up and take a look. It has a bunch of flatheads in here, a bit of info about it, so it should have about 500 ohms. But anyway, let me remove the screws and get back to you. Let us see. Ooh, a huge ass resistor in here with multiple inputs and outputs. Aha! And when you actually press the pedal, you just activate more of the contacts. Do you see that? Okay. So that seems to be working, but why is it full speed all the time? This is just wire wound, so if it's not a dead short, it shouldn't be full speed all the time. I need to measure the resistance. Yeah, watch out for the cap. It's mains rated. No idea if it's discharged or not. What is this? No idea. Anyway, I need to measure the resistance at the end of this while pressing on the pedal to see if that changes properly. If it does change properly, then we have somewhere else a problem in here, so I will also remove this screw and investigate. Maybe this is a dead short, but who knows? The cap could have gone. And yes, in theory this is isolated, but yikes! Me not like it at all. Anyway, this is how it was done back then. In theory, don't touch this while you are working and this is plugged in. Obviously, only touch the top side of it. My father made a quick sketch, so in theory these are the prongs. They go directly to these two and go into the sewing machine. The bulb is powered directly from there, and one of them goes to the motor, and the other one goes through all of this and comes back at the other side of the motor. So it should come back through this one via the whole electric, mechano-electric. Let's test something. So basically mega ohms, so we can say kind of no continuity almost. And if I press on the pedal, these things should start making contact. First contact, and the more I go, resistance should drop, and when I go up to the last contact, it should be 0. So it has full range. This resistor is good, the contacts are good. It's going from 0 to now I'm releasing the pedal. It's going from 0 to about 500. Yeah, it's 512 or something like that in last level, around there. Anyway, it's good. So, and then release it, and again it's mega ohms. So yeah, I need to remove this and dig deeper. But first, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, PCBWay. And here we are on PCBWay.com. They can help you with anything related to PCBs, even flexible PCBs and full PCB assembly, so you can get your full assembled PCB if you want to. But not only that, they can do also CNC machining and 3D printing, and can create SMD stencils for you. And for the whole month of September, they give you free purple solder mask, which normally is an extra. And they also have a big discount for thermal polymer TPU flexible material printing. And not only that, they also have their 8 project design contest, so you can enter this contest. But now let's get back to testing our pedal. So the capacitor has on the order of meg ohms. it's not a dead short. Actually not even close to a short. Yeah, I have no idea. So basically this seems to be completely working and everything seems normal. I think these are some coils, so basically this is a filter. This should be working. Maybe somehow something got mechanically stuck for a moment in here, because otherwise everything is absolutely fine. And yeah, I'm going to also measure in here between the first one and the last one, and we should get the ohms from 500 and something to 0 when we press this. So now I'm just measuring the capacitor. Actually I need to measure from middle to the one sideways, not from the first one, my error. And yeah, now if I press on this pedal with my leg, look at that. At the moment it will get to 500 ohms. Hard to press. Now we are at 500 and it will decrease the more I press on it, up to 0. If I could actually press it, yeah, I could. And if I release it, it will just go again to nothing, basically measuring the capacitor. So no, this is functioning absolutely perfectly fine. I'm going to close it back up carefully that I make sure nothing is touching where it shouldn't, and this should be absolutely working. And from this pin, which is metal, we have insulation on it, and then some more insulation that's also going beneath this and the pin. So yeah, it's insulated quite well, but anyway, still I wouldn't like to touch any of the metals from this, just to be sure. Everything is back in place. Hope I put this right, but my logic says it is right, I think. I could watch the video again, but anyway. And then this, and its screws. Of course that was wrong, so I needed to rotate it and put it correctly in. I don't like the fact that the burrs are on the inside, that's why I wanted to put it in another way, but nobody's moving that in there. Everything is again back together, measuring megohms, which is the capacitor, and when I'm touching we should be starting, yeah, here we are starting 500 ohms more or less, and going down the more I press on it. And yes, I'm pressing from the wrong end. Yeah, this is working as intended. Now we will see if it actually works also in the, normally this is how you press with your foot on it, if it works in the sewing machine, but I see no reason for it not to work, honestly. Everything is exactly as it should be. And yeah, I will write on the video if it works also in the sewing machine, because that's not here, and this will be tested later. And that's about it. Hope this video helps you, or at least you found interesting seeing what's inside of one of these, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.